Brothers, sisters, warriors of life, listen closely. Every single one of us wakes up every morning with two choices. Either we rise like hunters, ready to take what we want from this world, or we roll over, close our eyes, and let life eat us alive. That's the brutal truth. Life does not care about your excuses, your pain, your laziness, or your broken past. Out here in the jungle of reality, there are only two kinds of people, the hunters and the hunted. And if you're not hunting, you are the prey. I want you to feel this in your chest right now. Think about the nights you couldn't sleep because of fear, because of regret, because of missed opportunities. Think about the people who doubted you, laughed at you, ignored your potential, and treated you like nothing. That pain you feel, that's the universe telling you one thing: stand up, sharpen your claws, and hunt. Because if you don't, I promise you, someone else will. The world is a jungle, and the sooner you accept that, the sooner you will stop living like prey. Look around you right now. Open your eyes. Life isn't some peaceful fairy tale where everyone gets what they deserve. No, life is brutal, merciless, and unforgiving. There are people out there right now who are stronger, hungrier, more disciplined, and more ruthless than you. And while you're hesitating, while you're scrolling, while you're wasting time convincing yourself that tomorrow is the day you'll change, those predators are out there taking what you dream of. They're hunting the same opportunities you keep postponing. They're seizing the same rewards you say you want. They're devouring the life you keep imagining in your head. That's reality. It doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings. It doesn't matter if it scares you. The truth is, if you are not the hunter, you are the hunted. Nature shows you this lesson every single day. Watch a lion on the plains. It doesn't apologize to the gazelle. Watch a shark in the ocean. It doesn't ask the fish for permission. The strong take, the weak give. That's how the cycle works, and life is no different. You either go after what you want with claws out, or you watch it get taken away from you. And the problem with most people is that they are in denial. They think the world owes them kindness. They think patience will be rewarded. They think waiting their turn will lead them to greatness. But in the jungle of life, there is no turn. You either move or you get moved. You either attack or you get eaten. You either dominate or you disappear. You know why you're not where you want to be? Because you've been living like prey. You've been soft. You've been waiting. You've been hoping that someone else will save you, that circumstances will change, that life will get easier. But no one is coming to save you. No one is handing you the dream. No one cares about your excuses. Life will chew you up, spit you out, and move on like you never existed if you don't fight back. That's the law of the jungle. And here's the thing. Every single one of you has the choice to flip the switch. You don't have to stay prey. You don't have to stay weak. You don't have to keep lying to yourself. You can step into the mindset of a hunter. You can sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, discipline your habits, and walk into this world with the mentality that nothing and no one can stop you. The jungle won't get easier. Life won't get softer. But you can get harder. You can get sharper. You can become the predator that hunts down every dream, every opportunity, every victory that belongs to you. The world is a jungle, and the question is simple. Will you keep hiding in the grass waiting to be eaten, or will you rise, roar, and hunt? Pain is the weapon of the hunter, and the weak will never understand this truth. The hunted see pain as punishment. They complain when life gets hard. They whine when their body aches. They collapse the second things don't go their way. But hunters know that pain is the signal that growth is happening. Pain is the alarm bell that tells you you're pushing beyond your comfort zone, beyond weakness, beyond mediocrity. The hunted fear pain. The hunter feeds on it. Think about every great victory in human history. Behind it was suffering. Behind every champion is a lifetime of pain. The body that looks powerful was carved through sweat, through tears, through burning muscles that screamed to stop but didn't. The mind that looks unstoppable was forged through nights of doubt, heartbreak, failure, rejection, and endless setbacks. Do you think strength comes easy? Do you think power comes free? No. It comes at a cost, and the currency of greatness is pain. The hunted pay with excuses. The hunter pays with suffering, and suffering builds legends. Most people spend their entire lives running from discomfort. They avoid the gym because it hurts. They avoid the work because it's boring. They avoid taking risks because it scares them, and then they wonder why they stay stuck, why they feel empty, why nothing changes. It's simple, because the things you want most are sitting on the other side of pain, and if you're not willing to walk through it, you'll never reach them. Pain is the door, and only hunters have the courage to walk through it. Understand this. Pain is not here to destroy you. Pain is here to shape you. Every rep you push when your muscles want to quit. Every second you hold on when your mind is begging you to stop. Every moment you stay disciplined when temptation whispers in your ear. That's pain sharpening you. That's pain transforming you into someone the weak will never recognize. You see, the hunted think pain is their enemy, but the hunter knows pain is the greatest ally. Pain separates the talkers from the doers, the weak from the strong, the prey from the predator. The next time you feel pain, don't run, don't hide, don't complain, smile at it, welcome it. Because that pain is proof that you are alive, proof that you're in the fight, proof that you're becoming dangerous. Hunters are not born in comfort. Hunters are not built in safety. Hunters are forged in the fire of suffering. You want the dream, bleed for it. You want the body, suffer for it. You want the life, sacrifice for it. Pain is the price, and only those who pay it become predators. Everyone else gets eaten. So when you hurt, when you struggle, when life feels impossible, remember this: the hunted cry, the hunted quit, the hunted beg for mercy. But the hunter tightens his fists, raises his head, and says more. Because pain is not the end, pain is the weapon, and with it the hunter conquers all. Discipline is the backbone of the hunter. It is the invisible force that separates the strong from the weak, the predator from the prey. Motivation is fragile. It comes and goes depending on how you feel, depending on the weather, depending on whether people clap for you or not. But discipline doesn't care about feelings. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired, bored, sore, or uninspired. Discipline is the iron chain that drags you forward when everything inside of you screams to stop. That's why hunters live by discipline. It is the single tool that turns ordinary men into unstoppable machines, ordinary women into forces of nature, and ordinary lives into legacies. Prey live by emotion. They wake up only when they feel like it. They work hard only when it's convenient. They chase their goals only when it's comfortable. And then they wonder why they are always behind, why they're broke, why they're weak, why their lives never change. They're slaves to their feelings, and feelings are temporary. Hunters know this truth. Feelings don't matter, habits matter. What you do when you don't feel like it defines you. What you choose to do when no one is watching determines whether you'll be remembered or forgotten. Think about the greats in any field, the athletes, the warriors, the entrepreneurs, the leaders. Do you think they were motivated every single day? Of course not, but they showed up anyway. They trained when their body was exhausted. They studied when their eyes wanted to close. They worked when everyone else was partying. That's discipline. That's the mindset of a predator who knows every day wasted is a chance for someone else to take what belongs to him. Discipline builds respect, both from yourself and from others. When you keep promises to yourself, you build confidence that no one can take away. When you force yourself to act even when you don't feel like it, you prove to your own mind that you are in control, not your laziness, not your excuses, not your emotions. That's the power of discipline. It gives you freedom. Freedom from weakness, freedom from fear, freedom from the chains of procrastination. The hunted are slaves to their impulses. The hunter is master of his. The difference between success and failure is not luck. It's not talent. It's not even intelligence. It's discipline. Discipline to keep grinding long after others quit. Discipline to keep building when others are distracted. discipline to keep moving when the road feels endless. And if you want to rise, if you want to dominate, if you want to hunt down everything this world tried to tell you was impossible, then discipline is not optional, it is mandatory. So understand this. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, you choose to be prey. Every time you hit snooze, skip the workout, waste the day, you are volunteering to be hunted. But every time you rise when it's hard, every time you push when it hurts, every time you stay locked in when distractions call your name, you sharpen your claws, you strengthen your bite, you become the predator. Discipline builds predators, and without it you are already dead. Fear is not your enemy, it is your compass, your fuel, your fire. The hunted see fear and they freeze. They hear the voice of doubt, the whisper of danger, the possibility of failure, and they run. They back away, they hide, they stay in the shadows where it feels safe. But safe is where dreams go to die. Safe is where mediocrity grows. Safe is the cage that keeps the hunted weak. Hunters, on the other hand, feel fear and step forward. Hunters feel the same panic, the same shaking hands, the same racing heart. But instead of retreating, they advance. They know that fear is not a wall, it is a door. And if you have the courage to walk through it, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side. Think about the things that scare you most: speaking up, taking a risk, starting the business, asking for what you deserve, stepping into the fight. Those fears exist because they matter. Nobody is afraid of the things that don't count. Fear means importance. Fear means growth. Fear means you're close to something that could change your life. The hunted don't see this. They mistake fear for danger, but hunters recognize fear for what it really is: a signal. A signal that they are stepping into territory where transformation happens. The truth is, fear never goes away. It doesn't matter how strong you become, how experienced you get, how much you achieve, fear will always be there. But that's not a curse, that's a gift. Fear keeps you sharp. Fear keeps you alive. Fear keeps you moving forward instead of rotting in comfort. The problem is not fear itself. The problem is how you respond to it. Prey run from it. Hunters chase it. Every time you let fear stop you, you shrink. Every time you give in to it, you teach your mind that it controls you. And then your world gets smaller, your opportunities fade, and your potential dies. But every time you face fear, even if you stumble, even if you fail, you grow. You expand, you break limits, you burn away weakness. That's why hunters seek fear out. They don't wait for it to find them. They hunt it down because they know that the fire of fear will forge them into something unstoppable. So the next time you feel fear, don't back away. Don't tell yourself stories about why it's impossible. Don't waste time listening to the hunted who will tell you to play it safe, to stay comfortable, to avoid the risk. Step into it. Feel your heart pound, feel your knees shake, and do it anyway. That's how you train yourself to dominate fear instead of being its slave. The hunted run from fear and stay weak. The hunter uses fear as fire, as gasoline, as energy. Fear is not there to paralyze you, it is there to push you. The life you want is waiting, and fear is the guard at the gate. Don't run from it, break through it. That is what makes you the predator. At the end of the day, when the noise of the world fades, when the applause dies, when the lights go out, only one question will matter. What did you leave behind? Legacy is the difference between the hunter and the hunted. The hunted live small lives, consumed by survival, trapped in fear, wasted in comfort. They come, they exist, they vanish, and the world barely notices they were here. But hunters carve their names into stone. Hunters live with the awareness that every decision, every action, every sacrifice is writing their story, and they demand that story be remembered. Legacy is not about money alone. Legacy is not just about power or fame. Legacy is about impact. It's about knowing that when you die, the world will feel the absence. It's about living so fiercely, so unapologetically, so relentlessly that others are inspired long after you're gone. Hunters don't chase temporary pleasure. They chase permanence. They know one day their body will fail, but their name, their example, their fire can live forever. The hunted waste their time chasing distractions. They drown in meaningless entertainment. They chase approval from people who don't matter. They numb themselves with comfort until their life slips through their fingers. They die the way they lived, quiet, unnoticed, irrelevant. And that is the saddest fate of all, to leave nothing behind, to vanish as if you never existed. The hunter refuses to accept that fate. The hunter wakes up every day with urgency, with hunger, with fire, because he knows every second is borrowed time. He knows tomorrow is not promised, and he refuses to leave this earth without leaving a mark. Think about this deeply. If you died today, would anyone remember you beyond your family? Would your name be spoken with respect, with awe, with inspiration? Or would it be just another funeral, another forgotten soul? That thought should haunt you, because that's the reality most people face. But you don't have to accept it. You can choose to rise. You can choose to live so big, so bold, so dangerous to mediocrity that the world will never forget you. That is the hunter's mission, to hunt not only for survival but for legacy. Legacy means being the person who breaks the cycle. Legacy means refusing to pass weakness to the next generation. Legacy means showing your children, your family, your community what strength looks like, what courage looks like, what discipline looks like. Legacy means leaving behind proof that greatness is possible, that mediocrity is not destiny, that the hunted don't have to stay prey forever. One day your heart will stop. One day your story will end. But today, right now, you have the power to decide how that story will be told. Will it be the story of someone who hid, who settled, who lived as prey? Or will it be the story of someone who hunted, who fought, who rose, who burned so bright that their light cannot be extinguished? The hunted die forgotten. The hunter dies immortal. Choose wisely. And now we come to the truth that cannot be ignored. Life does not wait. The clock does not stop. Every second that slips through your fingers is gone forever, and you don't get it back. You are either using that time to hunt down the life you want, or you are letting it be stolen from you. There is no middle ground. You are either predator or prey, hunter or hunted. The world is not going to hand you your dreams. It will not pity you. It will not bend for you. It will not reward your excuses. The world bows only to the relentless. It respects only the ones who refuse to quit. It remembers only the hunters. So ask yourself right now, are you living as the hunter, or are you living as the hunted? Do you wake up with fire in your chest, or do you roll over and hide from the day? Do you chase pain, discipline, and fear to sharpen yourself into something powerful, or do you let them chain you down and hold you weak? Do you live with a legacy in mind, or do you drift through life unnoticed, waiting for the end? You already know the answer. You feel it in your gut. You feel the fire waiting to be unleashed, and you know what must be done. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more pretending you'll start tomorrow. Your life is happening right now. Step into the arena, sharpen your claws, embrace the struggle, hunt your dreams, hunt your fears. Hunt your destiny, because in this life only two choices exist. You either hunt or you will be hunted, and the time to choose is now.